Hello students, myself Archana Joshi from Department of Chemistry, Basaveshwar Science College, Bagalkot. Today we are going to discuss about the experiment estimation of aniline volumetrically. In an analysis method, an important analysis method is a volumetry analysis. A volumetry analysis, it is nothing but determination of a amount of solute which is present in a given solution. Here aniline that can be determined by volumetry analysis method. In this volumetry analysis method, this experiment containing two important steps. One step is a main titration and another one is the blank titration. A difference between the main titration and the blank titration is nothing but main titration that involving the use of analyte, that is aniline solution, but the blank titration that doesn't involving the analyte solution means aniline solution. Here this flow chart, this is applicable for the main titration. So firstly I am going to explaining the main titration procedure. In that one, firstly aniline solution, that is a unknown volume, that will be given to us in a volumetric flask. That one we are going to dilute up to the 250 ml mark by using the distilled water. Then we are going to pipette out 25 ml of that solution into a stopper bottle. Then we are adding the 50 ml of a distilled water to that solution for the again dilution purpose, and then we are adding the 5 ml of the concentrated hydrochloric acid for maintaining the acidic medium. Then we are adding the 0.1 normality of a brominating mixture until pale yellow color persists, because a brominating mixture addition that will be for mainly aniline analysis, it depends upon the bromination method. That's why here we are using the brominating mixture for this reaction. Then after pale yellow color appearance, we are again adding the 5 ml more brominating mixture, because 1 mole of aniline that consumes 3 moles of a bromide ion. That's why for the reaction purpose we are adding a 5 ml more brominating mixture to that solution. After the addition of the brominating mixture, the solution color will be a pale yellow. Then we are going to add the 10% of a Ki solution to that solution. After the addition of the Ki solution, the solution color will be the reddish brown. After the reddish brown color, we are suddenly titrated that solution against the 0.1 normality sodium thiosulfate solution until a yellow color is persisting. After the yellow color appearance, we are going to add the starch indicator. This titration we also call it as a iodometry titration. That's why we are using the starch indicator. A main purpose of adding starch indicator, it is indicate the small bit of iodine which is present in the solution, that can be detected by the starch indicator. That's why we are adding at the middle of the titration we are adding the starch indicator. After the addition of the starch indicator, the color of the solution will be pale yellow to the dark blue color. Then dark blue color we are going to again titrate that solution against the sodium thiosulfate solution having the normality 0.1 and until the color changes from dark blue to the colorless. This is the end point of the titration, and that point we will note. Now I am going to start the experiment. For this experiment, we are going to take some of the chemicals and as well as the apparatus. Those apparatus are the burette, pipette, 25 ml of pipette, and one stopper bottle and a volumetric flask that containing the unknown solution, unknown volume of solution, that is aniline, and a brominating mixture and sodium thiosulfate solution. Using of the brominating mixture, it is now we are going to do the bromination method. That's why we are going to use the brominating mixture for this reaction, and the sodium thiosulfate solution and concentrated HCl for maintaining the acidic medium, and a starch as a indicator, and 10% of Ki solution. Now I am going to pipette the unknown volume of a solution that is already diluted up to the 250 ml mark. Now in a second step we are going to take a 25 ml of this solution into a into a stopper bottle. Here I am going to pipette a 25 ml of the aniline solution in a stopper bottle. Now I am going to add the 50 ml of a distilled water to this solution for again dilution purpose. For again diluting, we are going to add the 50 ml of the water, and now I am going to add the concentrated hydrochloric acid for maintaining the acidic medium. After this one, I am going to add a brominating mixture until the color changes to the pale yellow color. Means a pale yellow color persists. We are going to add the brominating mixture to this solution with the constant shaking. See how the color will be changes to the colorless to the pale yellow color. Now it's a pale yellow. Now after this one we are going to again add the 5 ml more of brominating mixture to this solution from that point to the 5 ml. Why? Because 1 mole of aniline that consumes 3 moles of bromine. That's why we are again adding the 5 ml more brominating mixture to this solution. Means now it's 11. Further I am going to add the 5 ml more brominating mixture to this solution, means 16 ml total. 16 ml of brominating mixture is used for the reaction. That ml or that volume is noted in the observation column. Now it's a 16 ml. This containing the 16 ml with a constant shaking. We are going to add 10% of Ki solution to this yellow colored solution. The color will be changes to the dark brown color. See, the dark brown color, this solution is immediately titrated against the sodium thiosulfate solution having the normality 0.1 without addition of the starch indicator. When it converted into a pale yellow color, now it's a pale yellow color. Now I am going to add the starch indicator because it is the iodometry titration for the liberation of the iodine. Now the color will be becoming a dark blue because of the formation of the complex in between the iodine and the starch indicator. That's why it appears like a blue color. Now it's again titrated against the sodium thiosulfate solution until the color changes to the blue to colorless. Now it's a colorless solution. This is the end point of the titration, and that end point is 11. That point is noted in a tabular column, means a main titration tabular column. Like this time we are going to perform 2 more concurrent readings for eliminating the errors in this experiment, and those readings are also noted in the tabular column of the main titration. We are performing the blank titration. A blank titration, that is not using the analyte solution means a given aniline solution. We are performing this blank titration using the brominating mixture, sodium thiosulfate solution, concentrated HCl, and for the dilution purpose we are using the distilled water and starch as an indicator and 10% of Ki solution. Without using the aniline solution, we are going to carry the blank titration process. Here, as I already told, the blank titration doing purpose is only for eliminating the errors which will came in titration procedure by using these solutions. Now, I already taken the 10 ml of the brominating mixture in this stopper bottle. Now, I am going to add the 50 ml of a distilled water to this solution for diluting this. Then we are going to add the 5 ml of a concentrated HCl solution for maintaining the acidic medium. Now it becoming a yellow color. Now we are going to add the 10% of Ki solution to this solution. Now it will becoming a reddish brown color. See the difference in the color of the solution. Now it's a reddish brown color. Now this solution is titrated again against the 0.1 L sodium thiosulfate solution until the color changes from reddish brown to the yellow color. See the difference in the color of the solution. It's slightly becoming a pale yellow. Now it turns to yellow color. Now I am going to add the indicator, a starch. The color of the solution that will becoming a dark blue because of the formation of the complex in between the starch indicator and the iodine. Now again we are going to titrate this solution against the sodium thiosulfate solution. The color until it changes to the colorless. Dark blue to colorless. See the color of the solution. Now it's completely a colorless solution and this is the end point of the titration, and that point we will note it in the blank titration tabular column. That reading is 13 ml. A 13 ml of the sodium thiosulfate is consumed by this solution for the reaction. Like this type we are doing 2 more concurrent readings for eliminating the errors in this titration. The next part of estimation of aniline volumetrically is the calculation part. Before going to know about the calculation, we should know the reactions and conversion factor of that experiment. Here we are step by step knowing about the reactions of the estimation of aniline. This experiment is based on the principle bromination method. That's why here we are adding the brominating mixture to the HCl solution. There is a reaction between the brominating mixture and the hydrochloric acid. There is a formation of 3 moles of bromide. These 3 moles of bromide reacted with the aniline solution, and there is a formation of the tribromoaniline. Here in this reaction we are going to add excess of brominating mixture to the solution. That excess brominating mixture is treated with the potassium iodide solution, and there is a liberation of the iodide takes place. That iodide reacted with the sodium thiosulfate, and there is a formation of the sodium iodide and the respected salt, that is the sodium sulfate. This is all about the reaction part of the experiment. Now we go with the conversion factor of this experiment. In this conversion factor, 1 mole of aniline that consumes 3 moles of a bromide, that consumes 3 moles of the iodide. 3 moles of iodide means there is a 6 atoms of the iodine. Totally 1 mole of aniline that consumes 6 atoms of the iodine. Here, 1 mole of aniline that is equals to the 60,000 ml of the 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate solution. How the 60,000 ml of 0.1 normality sodium thiosulfate is came here, that one we should know in this reaction. Here it is. A 6 mole of sodium thiosulfate that consumes 3 moles of the iodide, that is equal to the 1 mole of aniline. That means directly a 6 mole of sodium thiosulfate that is equals to the 1 mole of aniline. Here we are taking the 6 moles of sodium thiosulfate, but here we require only 1 mole of sodium thiosulfate that consumes 1 mole of aniline divided by 6. Here it is in the form of molarity, but we need that one in a normality. That's why we should multiply this one by 1000 ml. That means a sodium thiosulfate that is dissolved in 1000 ml, that gives us 1 normal of the sodium thiosulfate that consumes 1 mole of aniline divided by 6. But we need this one for a 1 ml. 1 ml of 1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate that is equals to 1 mole of aniline divided by 6000. That means here we are going to multiply this 1000 here, that will it becomes the 6000. But here in this experiment we are operating a sodium thiosulfate as a 0.1 normality. That's why we are going to divide 10 on both sides of this equation. That's why here we getting 1 mole of 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate is equals to 1 mole of aniline divided by 6000 into 10. That will becoming a 1 mole of aniline divided by 60,000. Here a 1 ml of 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate is equals to 1 mole of aniline divided by 60,000. That is equals to 93 divided by 60,000. 93 is the molar mass of the aniline. That's why after the calculation of this part we will get the 0.00155 gram. This much amount of aniline which is present in the 1 ml of the 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate. That one we are putting in this equation, that is 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate into 0.00155 into 10 gram per respected liter of the solution. We will get the quantity of aniline which is present in the given solution. Now we go for the observation part of this experiment. Here are 2 titration columns are there. One is a main titration column and another one is the blank titration column. As in the experiment we already noted or recorded 3 concurrent readings of the main titration as well as the blank titration. Those are here. First reading is 11 ml, second one is 10.9 ml, 10.8 ml is the third reading. We are doing the mean of these values, that will be 10.9 ml. This is the value of the main titration that we indicated as a V2. And here are the records of the blank titration, 13 ml, 12.9 ml and 13.1 ml. The mean value of that reading is 13 ml, that is indicated as a V1. For eliminating the errors we are taking the 3 concurrent readings here in a main titration as well as the blank titration. From these readings we will go with the calculation of this experiment. In this experiment a calculation part that having the 6 points. The first one is a quantity of 0.1 normality of a brominating mixture added to the 25 ml of the dilute aniline solution. This one we already noted in the experiment. During the experiment that value is a 16 ml. That one we indicated as a capital X. And the second point is 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate solution required to react with the 10 ml of the brominating mixture. This indicates the blank titration reading. That one we indicated as a capital Y. The value of that is 13 ml. And the third point is a 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate solution required for entire quantity of the brominating mixture added here. That one we are calculated by using the values X and the Y. those are here. X into y divided by 10, that will gives us a value of the z. 16 into 13 divided by 10 is equals to 208 divided by 10, that will is equals to 20.8 ml. This is the amount of a solution that is required for the entire quantity of the brominating added to the sodium thiosulfate solution. The fourth point is a 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate solution required to react with the excess of the brominating mixture present. This one we call it as a main titration reading. From the main titration column, we are going to take the value as a 10.9 ml, the mean value of the main titration reading, that is indicated as a capital A. And the fifth point is the quantity of the brominating mixture consumed in terms of the 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate solution, that is calculated by the formula capital B is equals to Z minus A, that will equals to a Z value is a 20.8 minus and A value is a 10.9, that will gives the 9.9 ml. This is the amount of brominating mixture or a quantity of the brominating mixture consumed in terms of the 0.1 normality of a sodium thiosulfate solution. And lastly we go for the sixth point. This is the main part of the calculation and the last part of the calculation, quantity of the aniline present in the given solution, that is equals to the formula B into 0.001567, that is the conversion factor into 10. Here we are taking the 10 because from the solution we are only going to pipette a 25 ml from the 250 ml. That's why here we are going to multiply to the 10 for this formula, and that is equals to 9.9. B value is a 9.9 into 0.001567 into 10 gram per 250 ml. That gives us the value 0.1551 gram per 250 ml. This much amount of quantity of aniline which is present in our given solution, that we do in a experiment, that we did in the experiment. And lastly, the result and conclusion part of this experiment, that is a quantity of aniline present in the given solution, that is equals to 0.1551 gram per 250 ml. This completes the experiment estimation of the aniline volumetrically. Thank you.